Hey guys, welcome back. It is May 6th, 2022. We're gonna look at SPY consolidation today a bit. Ranges are still big. Look at GameStop, opened up a big bearish play on Tesla. I've been waiting for a bounce or even some consolidation to open up some bearish plays. Sub up, like up, comment down. Happy Money sticks around. We have a Twitter on here at Happy Money YT. As well as our Discord server. Link for those are in the description. Looks like SPY's or GME's about to break a new low on the day. No, is today? Yeah, not today. So SPY's still bearish on the hourly. We still have a bearish MACD. Excuse me. Still have red under the 9. We do have this increasing RSI though. As you see, these RSI lows are increasing, which is kind of a sign of a bullish reversal, as well as this bullish MACD that's increasing. So kind of a divergence there. On the daily, it's just harder to read. Just huge volatility, huge range, and so I mean momentum is all to the south, still down, but yeah, I mean it's harder to read on there, but shorter time frames, little easier to see. 4-hour was bullish. Looks like it might be closing bearish. We've got about 50 minutes left. If it bounces just a little bit back up to 409 or so, we should get a bullish MACD close in the 4-hour. I'm kind of expecting a little rally next week on SPY at least, but honestly it could just dump and make new lows. The fact that we made that new low, that was this week, wow. The fact that we made that and now even into Friday we've come down low again. It looks weak, but the bear market rallies are again some of the most aggressive. Just shorts covering, and yeah, when the bears come out and start piling into stuff, it takes a little bit of bullish momentum, and it's just quick buy going on that just causes big rips. You can see like this one. I mean, this one's the biggest trading day in history, I think. So I'm kind of thinking that this section actually might be like this back here on SPY, where we had kind of these lower, it was kind of trending down, but our price action, actually back here, I guess our lows were kind of coming up. We have a higher low here from here to here. What I'm looking at is kind of this RSI. It was kind of increasing back here, the lows, just how it is here. Our MACD back here wasn't as aggressive as it is now with how much pressure is coming down. You can see by how big these bars are on the MACD and how low this is on the MACD, on the histogram. So maybe this is a sign that it would flip easier than it is here. I'm not too sure, but it can go big either way or consolidate, of course. But I don't know. This market doesn't seem like it's going to keep making big moves. I think big ranges until the crash and the bottom is fully found and we start a cruise back up and it stabilizes, which might not be for, could be a year, maybe shorter, maybe longer. I'm not sure. GameStop, it's just trending along with it for the most part. Did it outpace it a little bit today? Not really. I think it pretty much just, yeah, more or less the same thing. A little bit bigger to the downside at open, but everything else actually looks really close. So I expect GME to rally also maybe next week if SPY does. Not certain on it though. I mean, it's hard to read, honestly. We've got bearish on the hourly, bearish MACD, red under the 9 now. It looks like it's held a floor. This also has this kind of increasing RSI floor. And then on the 4-hour, same type of deal. Looks like that it will actually close bearish, so might be another dump next week. At least later in the week, as GME usually does, Thursday, Friday. But I was kind of expecting a little rally Monday, Tuesday, but might not. I mean, you see back here, we kind of consolidated and had a big range day here, but that was it. There was no really rally, and this is maybe all the consolidation we're going to get before more to the downside. You got to be careful in markets like this, just because it flips direction so quickly, and premiums are so high. If you're buying calls or puts, any flip in direction and the premiums get crushed quickly, or even if it slows down, if the move slows down a lot, if the volatility slows down, the premium's going to come down quick. So selling premium is good in this environment, but it can be scary because it's making big moves. It's funny though, if you look at how interesting this is, how big these SPY volatility moves are, and GME basically looks normal. I mean, it's a little bit bigger, some bigger wicks on there, but more or less this is just the same downward slope that we've had after every earnings dump period. You know what I mean? So it's kind of funny how it's very similar. It's a little bit bigger, but not really. This chart looks just same old, whereas the SPY is definitely making bigger and more erratic behavior. So yeah, a little inconclusive on which direction. I'm gonna start scaling into calls. I'm gonna wait. I'll probably be targeting the June monthly contracts, maybe even some out in August also. There's some DD I shared on Discord. It gave pretty good data on dates. I looked at it on TradingView for a while, just how many days we have between peaks, how many days we have between the bottoms, like the final troughs. And I think the average I got on peaks was 66 days, something like that, between peaks. So it goes from like here to here, and then here to here, or here, and then here to here. I think I counted that one too, actually. Yeah, it was between. Actually, no, yeah, it was an average of 3 or 4. So that would put it as 66. I think that put it out into August. I can't remember. It's still pretty early though. But again, with the market getting volatile, GME still looks kind of similar than it would if there wasn't a big market volatility kind of crash type event going on. So once the market's moving enough to where GME really starts to kind of get spazzy, we could see. I feel like we could see a squeeze even before stuff starts to go down fundamentally with GameStop with their split and that sort of thing. Come into close 45 minutes. It's looking like next week is probably going to be more lows, even into the beginning of the week. I did get a couple of calls though, but it's not looking too good yet. Unless we get a pretty good solid bounce on SPY, 412 or so into close, which we might, then it's just too weak, I think. 1.3% on SPY today, down so far. Sold some cover calls this morning on GME. It was kind of hard. Actually was able to make money on it. I sold them here, just lagging indicators, and then held them, and then I was like, dang. And they were down here, and I was actually able to get out on this drop right here. So got out of those. I wasn't sure, so it could have been a big bounce today, really. SPY, I don't know what I did. Tesla, here's my big Tesla play. SPY, GME, SPY, Tesla. I closed out of my bullish play on Tesla, my put credit spread. I closed out of first small loss. Somewhere in here I closed it. Small loss, didn't get the bullish play I imagined. It still could play out, it just might not be till next week. But yeah, so I closed that one out for a little loss, unfortunately. And opened up, well, just recently actually opened up this put debit spread on Tesla. It's a pretty big bearish play on it. I don't think it hasn't corrected like a lot of the other big mega caps have yet, and I see it coming down 40% maybe more. And this gives me a price target of 455 on it. That's max gain. Break even on it's 653, and it's a June. I gotta give myself a lot of time on it. It's a June monthly put debit spread. That is 460, 670. So that would be kind of market crash time frame or price action, I guess. So if it did get all the way, it'd be down like here. Kind of in no man's land. I didn't really look at that close on the actual price targets, but that would be actually support on that resistance back here in that area. So we'll see. There's some gaps to fill down there. Again, this one hasn't really had the move down yet, like Netflix or Facebook, or there's Netflix. Let's see, Facebook. There's Facebook. Now Amazon too. Google has a little bit, but not too much yet either. Or Apple. I think those are the two that have kind of held up. So these will probably be some of the last ones to go. And I don't know if 2 months is long enough. Probably not. But if we get a big move to the downside, of course, it's profitable. Probably close it if it's a fast move and catch some more on the way back down after a bounce. And then I was looking at GME calls for June, but I'm gonna kind of hold off, keep waiting a little bit. Just holding the shares, cover calls on them. Corsair was up a little bit today, I think, just on because their earnings. Rivian put is looking nice. And SPY, Tesla. Yeah, that's what I did today. Man, what a week of volatility. I probably should have, so basically my big bearish exposure right now would be that Tesla. If everything came down, that Tesla would be good. My bullish exposure, I didn't even show it. Of course, like GME shares and stuff, but SPY calls, 427, these are down 28% now, great. If we do get that bounce, 427 is pretty close to the money, or at least it was when I opened it. I mean, yeah, with how big these trading days are, this is close to the money, which is crazy. Because we were just there 2 days ago. So we'll see. Coming into close here. If it doesn't flip bullish, it's not going to be good for next week. Probably come down more. We'll see you guys on Discord. Thank you so much. Have a good weekend. Peace out.